Okay, I got this. I got this, I think to myself. Gripping the iPad, my slightly sweaty hands shake with nerves and my heart thumps hard in my chest. It's not like I haven't been staring open-mouthed and wide-eyed at a version of this exact birth chart for 8 months since Jupiter entered Gemini and I've grown and matured and blah, blah, blah. Which means I should be prepared. And I am prepared. Yeah, I know these placements like the back of my hand. Ugh, what a stupid expression. Like, who knows the back of their hand? A Cancer or Pisces, maybe. They're sentimental like that. But we Geminis, we could care less about that kind of stuff. Honestly, there are at least 10 things more interesting than the back of my hand, such as, number 1, more celebrities are born under the sign of Gemini. I don't know if you knew that, but that's fun. Number 2, Geminis make up only 6% of serial killers in the United States. Oh, no. These aren't the confidence-boosting inner thoughts I need to have right now, especially not when I'm minutes away from the most important moment of my astrology career. This is make or break for me, and I need to make it. The nervous thoughts continue racing through my head, and my heart does another loud round of thumps. I take a deep breath and close my eyes, half hoping that this live stream that will be watched by God only knows how many people will just hurry up and happen. That way, I can go back to living life without these sweaty palms and without my heart beating like a dance song in my chest. My breath catches in my throat. Suddenly, I realize the only way for all of this to hurry up and happen is for me to make it happen, to let it happen. I have to do this birth chart reading. No. I have to slay. I have to kill. I have to ace this birth chart reading. Even if my heart is beating like a dance song and my palms are sweaty and, oh God, the anticipation of this is giving me anxiety. You know what else is giving me anxiety? The bright lights they have plastered on my face, the cameras and crew standing feet away from me, and the so-called co-host to my left, and the little crowd. Oh, I don't know how porn stars do it. I'm nauseous and shy sitting fully clothed in front of all these people. I can't imagine being naked in front of them, faking like I don't care. I'd be thinking, I hope they can't see that one of my nipples is darker than the other. Not that one of my nipples is darker than the other. That's just an example. Just like now I'm thinking, why did I wear this stupid hot pink turtleneck and this ridiculous miniskirt? Did I put on too much makeup? Did I not put enough makeup on? Shifting uncomfortably, I take a deep breath to calm myself. Whew, there's no reason to freak out. I have just the right amount of makeup on, and I know exactly why I wore this outfit. I was watching The Nanny last night, and Fran Drescher had on this super cute hot pink turtleneck and miniskirt outfit. I figured mimicking it would make me look like the serious professional like it did for her. Anyway, who cares about my outfit? It looks fine. Just like my makeup, just like my bangs. Oh no, my bangs. Why did I grow out my bangs? They're probably lying limp and lifeless like a pair of drab curtains across the giant movie screen that is my forehead. The woman next to me tosses back her sheer hair and side-eyes me with contempt. She's probably thinking I shouldn't have grown out my bangs either. She probably took one look at my face and head and said to herself, poor thing, her forehead is wider than a movie screen. Why on earth did she grow out those bangs? They're lying limp, lifeless, and oh, okay, stop. I exhale, hoping to expel my fast-moving thoughts. Bangs don't matter right now. The size of my forehead doesn't matter. However, I will state for the record that while my forehead is slightly larger than average and bangs do help reduce its size, it's not the size of a movie screen. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters except this chart reading. Blinking hard, I adjust my glasses and stare at the birth chart on the iPad screen in front of me. There are aspect lines zigzagging across the horoscope wheel, connecting the personal planets to the outer planets like a colorful cat's cradle. Below the horoscope wheel is a rectangle showing the zodiac and planetary glyphs, an astrological map key showing me what planet is in what sign and in what house. And suddenly, a wave of calm washes over me like hot water in a bath. I take in all the information on this map key. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, Sagittarius. Sure, it looks like a jumble of unintelligible symbols, but it's not. At least not to me. These symbols, the sigils representing the astrological planets and the zodiac signs, they're my mother tongue. I've been speaking their language for 12 years now, and these particular planets and signs, well, again, I scan the birth chart on the iPad screen. There's no name, there's nothing but the birth date and time, February 3rd, 5:24 a.m. February 3rd, so it's obviously not his chart, but God, it might as well be. I mean, Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus, Aquarius. Is the universe playing some kind of cruel joke on me with this? Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus, Aquarius. The signs repeat like a catchy melody in my head. God, I haven't thought of these signs since the last time I talked to him. I feel like I'm being sucked through a wormhole, hurtling back in time to when I first met him, first saw his birth chart, first fell. But this time it's different. This time, I actually know what it all means. It's a revelation that hits me like a ton of bricks. I blink several times at the iPad. I really do understand this chart. Every planet, every sign. The realization is both exhilarating and terrifying because it means I actually can do this. I know I can. God, and then once I do this, once I kill, once I slay, once I ace this birth chart reading, everyone here will be so impressed by my incredible astrology skills that they'll all write a collective petition to Ellen DeGeneres to get me onto her talk show. And Ellen will be so astounded that so many people would rally behind an up-and-coming astrologer from Denver that, all right, Cosmic, says a nearby voice. Shaking away the Ellen daydream, I look from the chart and see the familiar face of the producer. She says something to the chick next to me, but I don't hear it. All I can hear is my heart thumping loudly in my ears. Then she smiles warmly at me. You ready? I give a quick, sharp nod and gulp, but my throat feels dry as a desert. Okay, everyone, she says. We are going live in... I take a sharp inhale. This is it. This is my moment. 5, 4... Yes, I got this. I got this. 3, 2... 1. Oh, shit. Several months earlier. Chapter 1. Jupiter in Gemini. Cosmic Cannibal, born June 5th, is an American astrologer, author, and all-around badass. She is best known for her witty take on astrology and for being the most famous Gemini ever. You hear that, Marilyn Monroe? Her podcast, Cosmic Talk, and books, The Zodiac Abstract, Cosmic Cannibal's Lovestruck, and the tell-all autobiography, Cosmic Chronicles, My Star-Studded Life as a Celebrity Astrologer, have catapulted the astrologer to superstar status. Starting with humble beginnings, Cosmic quickly rose to prominence after being featured in like every cool magazine ever, but most especially in the popular women's magazine Combust, where she writes the most widely read horoscopes and astrology articles on, Earth to Camille? Anybody there? Comes a woman's harsh voice. The image of me as a hotshot astrologer vanishes from my mind and I snap to attention. Yep, yes, what? I say, adjusting my glasses. Sitting behind a computer desk in the middle of the room I find myself in is the source of the voice, Jenna, my interviewer, and the steely-eyed blonde is looking none too happy. Next to her is the other interviewer, a guy whose name I've already forgotten, so I've mentally dubbed him Mr. Aquarius. He's such an Aquarius, too. Shifty eyes, oddball opinions, spiky red hair that makes him look like a troll's doll. For the past 15 minutes, Mr. Aquarius Troll's doll has been talking his head off, and I've just been sitting in this claustrophobic, musty office, nodding and resisting the urge to ask, "What's your sign?" I mean, sure, I've tried to pay attention to what he was droning on about, but it was so boring. So I started drafting my Wikipedia page in my head to keep me occupied. Anyway, I think it's Jenna who spoke. She's got an annoyed look on her stony face that makes me also think she's called my name more than once. Shit, what if she did call my name more than once? Are you paying attention? She asks in a surprisingly curt way. I plaster on a fake, reassuring smile. Absolutely. You sure? She squints at me, suspicious. Because it looks like you were somewhere else. Damn, was it that obvious? I've got to get better at hiding my daydreaming face. No, not at all, I lie brightly. I was concentrating very hard on what you were saying, and you have my full attention. I have to keep myself from laughing because that is such bullshit. I'm a Gemini with ADHD. No one has my full attention, not even me. But, I add, if you could repeat the question, that would be great. I already repeated it 3 times, Jenna says, a dead look in her eyes. God, I'm 10 minutes into this job interview and I'm already bombing it. Oh, Jenna, don't be so harsh. Mr. Aquarius gives a hearty, nervous chuckle. Some people require certain accommodations. He winks, giving me a warm smile. Ugh, I don't know what's worse, bombing this interview or Mr. Aquarius being all smarmy. What does it matter? I just need to stay confident and professional because this is my big and, if I'm being totally honest, only chance to get an astrology writing job, and I can't ruin it. Fine. Jenna sucks her teeth. I said, how would you describe your approach to writing? Right, my approach to writing. I repeat in a peppy sort of way, giving a thoughtful turn of my head. Great question. Yes, so my approach to writing is an interesting one. As I launch into my loaded response, trying my best to psychically convince Jenna that I am neither an idiot nor a ninny, my eyes briefly dart around the dingy office space in which I find myself. It's a tiny shrine of nerd decor. There are posters of what looks like Vargas-style pinups on silver plates. That's weird. Framed photos of 80s animation, a bookshelf loaded with comic books and sci-fi figurines, Swamp Thing, Wolfman, Princess Leia. This isn't exactly the trendy place that the job description led me to believe. Seriously, when I found this job on Indeed, it said, quote, planetary writer wanted for print/digital magazine, must live in Denver, Colorado, end quote. And I thought, planetary writer, that's perfect. I mean, it sounded cool and exactly what I needed to jumpstart my astrology career. But by the looks of this office, this magazine is about as far away from cool as Pluto is from the sun. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. In summary, I have a very original approach to writing. I finish, punctuating the bullshit response with a gleaming, aren't I impressive smile. Jenna doesn't look impressed, though. In fact, she's looking at me like I just peed on the carpet. Fascinating, chirps Mr. Aquarius in an encouraging way. No, it isn't, says Jenna with obvious attitude. That didn't answer my question at all. Geez, harsh much? I mean, between you and me, I don't think Jenna likes me very much. As soon as I walked in here, only 5 minutes late, thank you very much, and introduced myself, I said, hi, I'm Camille, a Gemini, Pisces, Leo. What's your big 3? Mr. Aquarius was all chatty and welcoming, but Jenna, she had this Aubrey Plaza look on her face that said, I hate you, go die. First, I thought she gave me that look because she didn't like my outfit. Lime green blouse, high-waist jeans, leopard print clutch. Then I thought, maybe she doesn't like cute brunettes, or doesn't like cute Gemini brunettes, or maybe she hates the chopsticks in my brunette hair. But now, I'm thinking the real reason Jenna doesn't like me has nothing to do with my looks and everything to do with her zodiac sign. So, what is Jenna's zodiac sign? I know Mr. Aquarius is an Aquarius because, well, look at him. But Jenna, she's all stony-faced and steely-eyed, giving me that death stare. So what is her sign? I do a quick survey of Jenna. With her tattered denim jacket and Stranger Things t-shirt, buzzed blonde hair, and steely eyes, she kind of looks like Pink. Isn't Pink a Virgo? Does that mean Jenna's a Virgo? Because if Jenna is a Virgo, then... Jenna clears her throat, reaching for my resume and portfolio. My apprehension replaces all thoughts of her zodiac sign as she and Mr. Aquarius start scrutinizing my work materials. Yeah, work materials, that's rich. So here's the thing. Between you and me, I kind of sort of hastily falsified my resume last night. I mean, I didn't add any major lies, just a few mini white lies about my professional horoscope and astrology experience. They're so small, though. I'm sure these 2 won't notice them. So your resume says that you've been interning at Vogue for the past 2 years. Jenna flips through my binder portfolio. But you don't have any of your articles in here. Why? Why what? I ask innocently. She looks at me like I'm dumb. Why don't you have any of the Vogue articles in here? Shit. Why did I lie on my resume? Why didn't I just say, I've never worked at a magazine? Actually, you're looking at the 9 horoscopes I wrote for my college newspaper before they fired me. It would have been refreshingly honest, but no. I had to go all full Shakespeare saying I interned at Vogue. Ugh. I adjust my glasses. Oh, well, lie again, damn it, lie. Vogue's astrology section is online, so they don't print hard copies, but wrote so many articles. I really couldn't print them, I mean, the printer would have run out of paper. That's how many I wrote, I give a weak chuckle. Please don't ask me anything else about this Vogue thing I made up, I think to myself desperately. It's a tense few seconds. Mr. Aquarius and Jenna stare at me. Finally, Mr. Aquarius shrugs. Well, I don't read Vogue, so I'll have to take your word for it, he says. I feel a weight lift off my chest. I mean, whew. Okay, I know I shouldn't have lied about my writing experience, and I maybe should have picked a publication that wasn't as prestigious as Vogue, but what's the big deal? I wanted to look impressive, and if that meant telling a lie or two, well, then... Besides, everyone lies on their resume. No one wants to admit they do it, but we all do it, especially people like me. I have to lie, because getting hired as an astrology writer when you've got no fans, no horoscopes, and the last job you worked at had nothing to do with astrology is practically impossible. Jenna scrutinizes me. So, if you've been writing for Vogue, then why are you here? Because I need a real job, not one I made up, I think wildly. Honestly, I say, giving her and Mr. Aquarius a sincere look. All I've ever wanted was to write for a magazine like this, to be part of something bigger, to inform readers, and to be famous, my mind adds, because all I really have ever wanted was to be famous. Says Jenna before returning to my bullshit resume and portfolio. There's no point explaining my real dream to these two, in part because I can't quite read the power dynamic between them, which makes it really hard for me to figure out who to suck up to. Like, I think Mr. Aquarius is in charge, but Jenna also holds herself with an air of self-importance. I wonder if she's a Leo. Mostly, it's because they wouldn't get it. They wouldn't understand how popular I'm meant to be, or that the universe has big things planned for me, especially this year. This is the year that my life's gonna change. At least, that's what my combust horoscope says. Well, okay. The horoscope didn't exactly say my life's gonna change, but it alluded to that. Sorta. Basically, the horoscope said that today marks the beginning of a year's worth of career luck, opportunity, and major recognition. And it's all thanks to one planetary transit. Jupiter in Gemini. Ooh, I should bring that up. I should just nonchalantly insert a little Jupiter talk, and then Jenna and Mr. Aquarius, they'll be so impressed by my astrological prowess, they'll hire me instantly. Hell, even if they don't, I need to say something, because these two have been quiet for 2 minutes, and the silence is agony. So, I'm sure you've heard the news, I say, adjusting my glasses, about Jupiter and Gemini. Mr. Aquarius and Jenna look up from the fabricated interview documents, tilting their heads. Oh yeah, they're impressed and intrigued. I better continue. Naturally, anyone who knows anything in this community knows about this transit. I give Jenna a knowing look like we're co-conspirators. But there's still so much confusion, so much misinformation. When anyone talks about Jupiter, they use words like luck, abundance, and opportunity. But what does that really mean? Oh my God, I'm on fire here. This is so thought-provoking. Take my birth chart, for example, I continue. Just because Jupiter is moving through my 10th house doesn't mean I'm going to get lucky or abundant in my career and professional life, does it? Well, I mean, yes, it does, especially when you consider that it's my Jupiter return, because Jupiter is the planet of... I trail off, but it's not because I'm losing steam. No. It's the look on their faces that makes it impossible for me to continue. Mr. Aquarius is blinking dumbly at me while Jenna's giving me a disgruntled look. These are the same 2 looks I get whenever I talk about astrology to people who don't know or care about it. What the hell are you talking about? Jenna asks brusquely. My face prickles with embarrassment. Planetary transit? I just thought it was cool, I say meekly, as Jenna's still giving me the look. Fucking great. I totally ruined that, didn't I? Okay, thanks, says Jenna. How about we get back to this? There's no need to talk, she adds, giving me a pointed glare before she and Mr. Aquarius return to my resume. Ugh, I wish I could just stop these two right now and show them my real resume, my birth chart. Honestly, it's way more impressive than anything on that resume. Hell, it's even better than that fake Vogue job. In fact, more employers should ask to see people's birth charts in job interviews, because you can fluff up your resume or pen a dazzling cover letter, but you can never lie about the stars' divine alignment on the day you were born. Seriously, the birth chart never lies. Come to think of it, I should have put my birth chart as my resume. Like, hello, I have my Gemini Sun, my Gemini Mercury, and my Gemini Jupiter in the astrological 10th house of career recognition. And not to brag or anything, but I've also got an imaginative Pisces moon. I've got tons of dynamic, dramatic Leo energy. I mean, you can't ask for a better mix for an astrologer, could you? Seriously, with gifts like these, it won't be long before everyone is clamoring to read the savvy guidance of the one and the only. Who's Cosmic Cannibal? Interrupts Jenna, her already marked eyebrows furrowed. What's that? I blink at them. Honestly, I really need to get it together. All your articles, says Jenna, flipping through my portfolio. They've got the byline by Cosmic Cannibal. Who is that? It's a cool name, says Mr. Aquarius, mostly to himself. But what is a cosmic cannibal? Ha! Ha! Finally, a question I can answer. Well, it's me, actually. Cosmic Cannibal is my pen name. I fix my glasses, sitting up straighter. Actually, it's more like an alter ego and a nickname all wrapped into one. It's true, when I was writing for my college newspaper, I started calling myself Cosmic Cannibal because I have an insatiable appetite for all things astrology, and I devour every bit of info about the subject that I can. Plus, it's like Mr. Aquarius said, the name does sound really cool. Besides, most writers in this field have pen names to protect their identities, I continue. We know why people have pen names, snaps Jenna. Thanks. She flashes me a cold, judgmental look. All right, that settles it. Jenna's a Scorpio. She just has to be. After several more minutes of torturous silence, interrupted only by Mr. Aquarius and Jenna taking turns to flash me curious and disapproving looks, Jenna finally tosses my portfolio onto her desk and leans back in her chair. Mr. Aquarius gives me an unreadable stare. They seem to be at a loss for words. Yes, I guess my work did impress them. Already, I can see my horoscopes being the most popular thing in whatever this magazine is. Wait, what is this magazine called? I would love a chance to write for this publication, I say, breaking their silence, and to be a part of your team. Are horoscopes popular among your readers? Horoscopes? Jenna gives a harsh laugh. We don't have horoscopes, says Mr. Aquarius. Say what now? Of course not, I say reassuringly. Not every astrology magazine has to have horoscopes, unless it's a dumb one. I mean, what kind of astrology magazine doesn't have horoscopes? Astrology? Repeats Jenna, blinking at me. She gives me a slightly suspicious look before triumphantly turning to Mr. Aquarius as though I had just proved a theory true. Have you read this magazine? Jenna asks. Have you looked at anything we've published? I hesitate. To be quite honest, I haven't looked at anything about this job because I found it on Indeed 3 days ago, hastily wrote a bullshit cover letter and resume, and hurriedly applied, but I can't tell her that. No, I have not, I admit, giving them both another sincere look. But it sounds very cool. At least it would sound cool if I remembered the fucking name. What is it? Come on, Camille, think. We aren't just cool, huffs Jenna. We're the leader in Denver's counterculture. We print what mainstream magazines won't. Jenna tosses an issue of the magazine on the desk. See for yourself. Counterculture. I can dig that. Maybe this is like a cool alt culture women's magazine for, oh dear God. My stomach gives a frightened jolt as I reach for the magazine. Looking at the cover, I'm beyond words, actually. It's that bad. Like, no joke. It's like a trashy sci-fi comic book that should be sold at a head shop, because you'd have to be high to make sense of this shit. In the middle of the cover is a woman burning a man with her pupilless third eye. She's surrounded by the feature headlines, Spaceballs falling on Denver, 11 signs your neighbor is an alien, and I saw it, I swear, Mayor Yemi's tale about the UFO near Colorado Springs. There isn't anything about zodiac signs or planets. What the fuck is this magazine? My eyes flick to the top of the front page, and I have to keep from grimacing. There, written in Butcherman font, are the words, Space Case. Dazedly, I look around the space, and it all makes sense now. The kooky pinup posters, which now that I actually look at them, are mutated Vargas girls straddling UFOs and shooting laser beams out of their eyes. And then there's the sci-fi figurines, the comic books. Oh yeah, this isn't a cool alt-culture women's magazine. It's, well, I don't know what it is. So, I stammer, trying to make sense of all this. Space Case is... what, exactly? I look up at them. Mr. Aquarius beams. We're the leader in Denver's culture of extraterrestrial enthusiasts. Right, I nod slowly, as if he didn't just utter one of the strangest sentences I've ever heard. So, just to be clear, are you hiring an astrology writer, or